Hello students, let us continue chapter 10, Motion and Measurement of Distances. Children, you have learned how to measure the length of an object using a scale or a meter rule. Now you are going to see how to measure the length of a curved line. We cannot measure the length of a curved line directly by using a meter scale. We can use a thread to measure the length of the curved line. As the curved line is not having the straight edge, we cannot measure the length using the scale. For measuring the length of the curved line, we have to use a thread. How to use a thread to measure the length of the curved line, that we will see with the help of an activity. Use a thread to measure the length of the curved line AB. Put a knot on the thread near one of its ends. Place this knot on the point A. Now place a small portion of the thread along the line, keeping it taut using your fingers and thumb. Hold the thread at this end point with one hand. Using the other hand, stretch a little more portion of the thread along the curved line. Go on repeating this process till the other end B of the curved line is reached. Make a mark on the thread where it touches the end B. Now stretch the thread along a meter scale. Measure the length between the knot in the beginning and the final mark on the thread. This gives the length of the curved line AB. Now we will see it properly, how to measure the length of the curved line using a thread. We will mark point A at one of the end of the curved line and point B at the other end, so that we can call the curved line as AB. Now take a thread and you make a knot at one of the end of the thread. Now place this knot on the point A. Where we are making the knot, that part we have to place on the point A. Now place a small portion of the thread along the line. You will keep a small portion of the thread along the line. Stretch the thread using fingers and thumb. Now we will measure a small portion of the curved line. Then where we up to which portion we are measuring, that end point we will keep the thumb. Keeping the thumb on the end point of the measured part, we will take some more part of the curved line. Using the other hand, stretch a little more portion of the curved line. Repeat this process till we reach the point B of the curved line. Now when we reach the point B, make a mark on the thread. Now we have already made the knot in one end of the thread and we will be making a mark on the other end of the thread. Now we will keep this thread along the meter scale and measure the length of the thread between the knot and the end point where we marked. And this will give the length of the curved line AB. Okay, this way by using a thread, we can measure the length of the curved line. Now we are going to learn about the new topic, moving things around us. Is also given with an activity. Think of some object you have seen recently. List them in table. A school bag, a mosquito, a table, people sitting on desk, people moving about, maybe a butterfly, dog, cow, your hand, a small baby, a fish in water, a house, a factory, a stone, a horse, a ball, a bat, a moving train, a sewing machine, a wall clock, hands of the clock. Make a list of as many things as possible. So what you have to do? You have to make a list of the things which we have seen recently. Now, then after we will see which of the objects are moving. You can see house. House will not be moving. No, so we will be making two columns. First one for object at rest. At rest means object which are not moving and object in motion. Object which are moving. You can see the object like a house, table, clock, etc. will not be moving. But we can also see many objects in motion like a flying bird and the hands of the clock. They are all moving. A butterfly, right? A fish in water. That all we can take for the moving object. Okay. Now, how did you decide whether an object is in motion or at rest? You might have noticed that the bird is not at the same place after some time, while the table is at the same place. On this basis, you may have decided whether an object is at rest or in motion. When can we say that an object is in motion? We can say an object is in motion if its position changes with the time in relation to a stationary object. Stationary object means an object which is at rest. If an object changes its position with the time, means now it will be in one place, after some seconds it will be in another place. This way, if an object changes its position with the time in respect to an object which is at rest, then we can say the first object is in motion. An object is said to be in motion if its position changes with the time in relation to a stationary object. This also we are going to see with an activity. Activity 6. Spread a large sheet of white paper on the ground and keep a little sugar on it. Ants are likely to be attracted to the sugar, and you will find many ants crawling on the sheet of the paper soon. For any one ant, try and make a small mark with the pencil near its position when it has just crawled onto the sheet of the paper. Keep marking its position after few seconds as it moves along on the sheet of paper. After some time, shake the paper free of the sugar and ants. Connect the different points you have marked with the arrows to show the direction in which the ant was moving. Each point you have marked shows where the ant moved to in interval of few seconds. Okay, very interesting activities. It is take a white paper and spread some sugar on it. When we spread the sugar, what happens? If any ant is in the nearby places, it will be crawling to the paper to eat the sugar. Now you select any one ant, not all the ants, any one ant you select and mark the position of the ant where it is. Now after some seconds, after 15 seconds, again see where the ant is. The ant will not be in the first position. First you have already marked the position where the ant was there. Now after few seconds, after 15 seconds again you mark the position of the ant. We will be seeing that it will be in a different position. Again after 15 minutes you mark the position of the ant. This way go on marking the different position of the ant at a regular intervals. After 15 seconds or after 10 seconds you go on marking the position of the ant. And after marking 5-6 points, you what you have to do, shake the paper. For what? For removing the ant, also for cleaning the paper without the sugar. So if you shake the paper, all the ant will be coming out of the paper and also sugar pieces will be going away. Now you will get only some marking on the paper. No, you can see only the marking which show the position of the ant at different time intervals. Now you will be connecting all the points. If you connect all the points, you will be getting a line this way. It will not be the same way how the ant will be moving. That way we can see the line on the paper. It shows that the ant will not remain in the same place after few seconds. The position of the ant will be changing. So we can say that the ant is in motion. We can say the ant is in motion because it changes the position with respect to time. Right? In different time, the ant is at a different position. So we can say that the ant is in motion. This same way, we can say that an object is in motion if it changes its position with the time. Okay, children? Now, we cannot say the fan is in motion. Why? The fan remains in the same place. Only we can say the hands of the or the blades of the fan is in motion. The blades of the fan is in motion because it is changing the position, but fan remain in the same place. Same way if we consider the clock, the hands of the clocks are in motion, but the clocks remains in the same place on the wall. So if we consider the fan or the clock, the fan and the clock both remain stationary. Both are at rest, but the hands of the clock or the blades of the fan, they remain moving. Okay, children. The remaining part we will see the next session, that is types of motion, that we will see in the next day.